everybody, and welcome to our brand new series here on BigCTV called Chris and Cory Eat Disney Springs. This is the show where we go to every single location at Disney Springs and we eat all the things. So, of course, I'm Chris and I'm joined by Cory, and we're here to try all kinds of different food locations. So, like I said before, the idea is we're going to be trying every single food location that serves food or drink at Disney Springs. We're going to give you a definitive ranking of all of them. So we're going to try all of them. We're going to review everyone based on a certain metric, and then we're going to rank them. And by the time we're done with the show, we'll have every single location ranked at Disney Springs. It's going to be a long, ongoing effort, but we're going to do our best to give you the most balanced and expensive, because we're paying for this all on our dime, unless you want to help out. We'll talk about that later. We figure this is the first show, so we're going to start off with a location that neither of us have ever eaten before. And it's a place that's, you know, the reason why we haven't eaten here before is it literally just opened. It's the newest location at Disney Springs. Cory, are you ready to go to Flavortown?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure?
Moderately sure.
Okay. We're going to Flavortown. We're going to Chicken Guy, the Guy Fieri chicken quick service restaurant that just opened right next to Planet Hollywood. So we're going to check it out. We're going to review it and share our thoughts. So let's head over to our first location for us to eat Disney Springs. Before we try the food, here are 3 fun facts about the Chicken Guy founder, Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri started in the culinary business at age 10, selling pretzels on the back of his bike.
Guy Fieri's signature donkey sauce got its name after one of his fellow chefs called him a jackass.
Melissa McCarthy's character in the movie Bridesmaids is actually inspired by Guy Fieri. One thing we noticed about Chicken Guy is the logo is pretty awesome and pretty fun. The menu for the restaurant is very simple, but it has a lot of interesting sauces.
Entrance to Chicken Guy is very unassuming, I would say, maybe a little bit subtle, but when you go inside, it looks completely different. The colors are vibrant. There's a very cool wall of sauces with the chicken themed after it, and it looks really, really cool.
It also has a very modern open kitchen, so you can kind of see how all your food is made. Overall, I think it's a pretty nice experience. Very well done. So Cory, what did you get?
Southwest sandwich.
That, apparently.
Enjoy.
What did you get?
We had the Southwest sandwich. I forgot what's on it.
Alright, and looks like you got your fries too. So I guess you have your food first, so go ahead and try it if you want.
Try these fries first.
Apparently they're specially seasoned.
Yeah, these are really good. Kind of remind me of Checkers fries.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. You're gonna try that sandwich. Look at that sandwich. Let's just
massive.
take a look at that sandwich. It's big. It's got a lot of stuff on it.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy it.
It's pretty good. It's freshly cooked, you can tell. I mean, it's like the chicken itself is pretty hot. So you get some beans. I forgot to add about the beans in there. There's the beans and the corn and some of the other stuff in there, and it blends fairly well. I like the bun. I think the bun has a flavor to it, but I can't put to it. But that's pretty good too. So it goes on for me, especially for the price that you get for it. So
My food just arrived, and look at that monstrosity. Looks great. I'm excited to try it. Let's do this. So I got the 3 chicken tender combo. Comes with fries, 2 sauces, and then I also got a mint chocolate shake. I'm gonna try this first just because I know it's gonna melt and I want to be able to really enjoy it. I've heard this is good. Let's try it. Bottoms up. It's really good. It's minty. It's not like over the top minty. It just has a nice general flavor to it. I think it's got like a Girl Scout cookie in it or something. And it's got Oreo and Lots of chocolate chips. I mean, look at this thing. It looks gorgeous. It's really, really nice. My take on the fries. They're specially seasoned. They have like a special seasoning on it. So let's see how they are. They have like this nice seasoning salt. It reminds me a little bit of like adobo. It's a little different though. Like it has a nice bite to it. Of course, these are well-cooked fries. So I'm digging these a lot. I think they're really quite tasty. All right, so now I'm gonna try chicken tenders, and I got 2 different sauces. When you get the 3 tenders combo, you get to choose 2 different sauces. So I got brown sugar barbecue, and I got the special sauce. So I'm gonna try each one, and I mean, it's gonna be a while before I can actually check out all the sauces because there's so many sauces. So I'm gonna start by trying it by itself, and then I'm gonna dip it in the sauces and see how it goes. So try it straight up, bottoms up. The breading has a really nice flavor to it. You can tell it's very fresh. It's got a nice bite to it. It reminds me kind of those like Tyson chicken tenders that you can sometimes get from like grocery store. Only difference is you can tell this is a lot fresher and has a lot more flavor to it. So now I'm gonna dip it into the sauces. I'm gonna start with the special sauce. See how this is. That's a good sauce. It's kind of tangy, has a little bit of spice to it. Very well balanced. It's got like pickle juice and mayo and a whole bunch of different ingredients in it. But combined, they work really well. So I like it. I think it's a really strong sauce, and definitely one you should probably try out because I mean it's the special sauce. So it's kind of the signature sauce of the place. Now let's try this brown sugar barbecue. See how that goes. Very nice. It's got that sweetness of molasses and the brown sugar, but it's got a little bit of a bite to it though. I think it's got some pepper in it. So both of these sauces are excellent. They're both really, really, really good. They're very different with the tender. So I highly recommend if you're gonna get the tenders, try to get different sauces that are like significantly different from each other. Just because there's so many different ones on the menu. I mean, there's 22 different sauces, so you might as well go for something that's like polar opposite from what you tried before. Based on what I've experienced so far, I give this place a thumbs up. I think it's really good. All right, so we just finished our meal over at Chicken Guy. So when we review restaurants for this show, we're going to review on 5 different criteria. First is going to be presentation of the dish, all the food that we had. Second is going to be the value. We want to make sure it's worth the money that you're paying for it. Third, it's going to be the quality of the food. Is it good? Does it taste good? Fourth, it's going to be the atmosphere of the location. And then fifth, and probably the most important, is would we go back? So let's talk about Chicken Guy, shall we? And of course, I mean, we're going to go back and forth and kind of share our own thoughts. In terms of presentation, I thought the food was presented really well. They all kind of have their own cool little like themed boxes. Everything was really, really fun. I liked all the theming that went on in terms of the packaging and the presentation. It's a very simple thing because it's just fried chicken or like a fried chicken sandwich, but it was presented well. So I would give it probably be a 4 out of 5 for presentation. Corey, what did you think?
I think it's about right. The sandwiches and stuff that they have there, of course I haven't seen all the sandwiches, but the main one that I ordered, it felt and looked and tasted like a really big, high quality sandwich, and it was presented as such, in my opinion. It wasn't just kind of like just tossed on the plate or whatever. It gives a feel of slightly, I don't want to say like higher end, but like a really good like fast food restaurant. So yeah, I do like the presentation of the food in like that respect.
All right. So in terms of the value, I think the value is excellent. Like Disney Springs is not known for being the cheapest of places to eat, but there are some pretty cheap places. This is honestly in like the lowest tier in terms of price. So like there's not many places at Disney Springs where you can get a good meal for under $20.
Yeah.
And you can easily, I mean, you can get a drink, a thing of fries, and 3 tenders or a sandwich for $12. That's a good value.
Yeah.
Honestly, even in like especially for the quality of the food that you're getting, like I think it's an excellent value. So I would definitely rank this in the upper echelon in terms of value for Disney Springs. I would give it a 4 out of 5 for that. I think I'd be tempted to give it a 5, honestly. Like I wish there was a little more food, I guess, but like the quality really balances everything out, which we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, I would give it a 4.5. I'm
4.5?
giving it a 4.5 because again, it's pretty much that same pretty much thing that Chris is talking about. I feel like everything here is really, really expensive. There's very, very, very few places that gives you good quality food for a really cheap price. And Chicken Guy does all of that and more.
All right, so in terms of quality, I think the quality was great. Like all the food we had was really delicious. That shake is really good. If you're looking for like a really nice shake, I want to try the other one now. They have like a cinnamon apple one that sounds really good.
Yeah.
But that mint shake was good. Like it was very good.
It has some type of cereal. I forgot. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I think, like that.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And that sounds great.
Yeah, so I got to try that one eventually. But like the shake was good. The fries, they're well cooked. They have that nice seasoning. That seasoning is really good. That's one thing I think the Chicken Guy does better than a lot of places that serve that kind of food is the seasoning was excellent.
Yeah,
I thought it was great.
When I got my sandwich, it wasn't warm. It was hot.
Yeah, my tenders were hot too. Yeah. So I would say I would give it a 4 in terms of quality. So like it's very high marks around the board. So yeah, definitely a 4 for me in terms of quality. I think the quality is excellent. Very, very tasty, very flavorful. So
yeah, I agree with that one.
Okay. And then lastly, atmosphere. Well, second to last, I guess. Atmosphere I thought was good. The biggest problem I have with it, like the inside, the atmosphere is really cool. It has this fun little flair to it. It's very Guy Fieri. The problem I have with it is most of the seating is outside, which in Florida is kind of rough because it's really hot in the summer like it is right now. Outdoor seating in Florida is very hit or miss. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's not. But I would say, I mean, it's a 3 for me. Like it's got fun atmosphere. It's enjoyable, but it's not like top tier or anything.
I'm going to be a bit more strict. I'm giving it a 2.5.
Okay.
Basically the inside is basically a line, and then some seating inside. And then mostly, like Chris said, most of the seating's outside. Very little cover, I feel. Now,
one thing I will give them credit for, which is part of why I gave it a 3, is I love that they have these guys walking around called sauce slingers, where they basically like just have a bunch of sauces. They're like, here, what sauce do you want to try? So I think that's cool. Like we actually got a sample of the sweet and sour sauce after we finished filming, so we tried that, and that was pretty good. I need to try it with the tenders because I think it'd be much better with the tenders.
Yeah.
But like the fact that they do that, because they know that a lot of the draw of this place is there's so many different sauces to try. So like the fact that they've got someone around is like, here, you want to try this sauce? Okay, there you go. Like I think that's a cool touch. That's a nice touch to it.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
So
I don't feel like it was necessarily like enough for me to bump it up to a 3. Like the colors are cool. I do like the when they show that when you walk inside and they show you the little illustrations of the chicken and the different
sauces. The illustrations are good. Yeah,
the different themes and stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool. It wasn't like an ideal environment for me to want to eat.
Yeah. All right. So last and probably the most important, would we go back? I would say pretty hands down.
They give you a reason to come back more than just like, oh, I can't wait to come back and try that exact same sandwich again. No, it's like I want to try this different sandwich, or I want to try these
sauces.
chicken tenders with these
It's the sauces that are the big thing for me. Like,
yeah.
You know, he talks about how the sauce is boss. Well, like all the sauces that we tried were good. Like they were very good.
Yeah.
That special sauce, I think, was the highlight for both of us.
Definitely a favorite.
That was good. So, like, I really want to try more of the sauces. So, I'm definitely going to come back, and I definitely want to try more sauces with the tenders. I want to try the sandwiches, too. They look pretty good. So, that is going to do it for our first ever episode of Chris and Cory Disney Springs. Hope you enjoyed it. And this is, of course, the show where Cory and I come to Disney Springs and we eat all the things.
All the things.
All the things. So if you want to get involved with the creation of this show, if you want to help make suggestions for what you would like to see us try in the future, be sure to go on to Twitter and tweet at BigCTV Show. Use the hashtag #EatSprings. Let us know what place you want us to try on the next episode. Go on to Facebook, look up BigCTV, comment what you'd like to see. And especially if you want to see us do this show more often and try more things, become a Patreon patron. I know I don't plug it very often anymore because it's in the end credits, but Patreon would really help us because, I mean, all of this is done out of our own pocket. Like, we're not getting any kind of funding for this, whatever.
Yeah.
So we kind of have to do it based on when we can afford to do it.
Yeah.
So if you want to see us do it more frequently and more often, if you're willing to help us fund this project, go to patreon.com/BigCTV and try to fund us. Hope you enjoyed the first episode. We're going to try to do this bi-monthly, so like every couple weeks-ish or so. So look for another episode in not too long, but I enjoyed this. I think it was fun, so we definitely give a big thumbs up to Chicken Guy. We enjoyed it a lot. It was great. And we'll see you on the next episode of Chris and Cory Eat Disney Springs. Bye.
All my friends, whoa, come right in. Whoa, all my friends, we can take it all back again. Whoa, put your hands on it. Let me hear you say. All my friends,